This one looks good. School shooters getting caught.
This next case. On March 8, 2022, the Volusia County Sheriff's Department received a tip that there was a TikTok video showing that a student from Volusia High School had brought a loaded gun with him to school.
Oh, well, aren't
Police
you smart?
immediately responded to the call.
Do you know what this kid looks like? Let's get his backpack too. Are you?
The school officials point out the student, and the cops find him in gym class. So they pull him aside to begin their questioning.
You know what I want to talk to you about? You don't know?
Really post his gun on TikTok of all places and think ain't no one gonna find out. Really?
All right. Do me a favor. Keep your hands out of your pockets for me. Okay. Take your backpack off for me. All right. So somebody reported that they have a photo of you, and in the photo it looks like there's some sort of a weapon sticking out of a pocket, or take your hands
out of your pockets, bitch.
The cop explains to the kid that there was a report that he brought a gun with him to school, and that it might be sticking out of his pocket. The moment the cops mention this, you see the kid puts his hands in his pockets, almost to showcase that he has nothing on him, which could be nervousness.
First of all, I fucking hate this dude because he has a sweater that says drip, and I already know the type of person he is.
But it could also be an attempt to deceive the cops. The problem is, the cops know there is a weapon because of the video that was posted only hours earlier.
Do me a favor, just lift your sweatshirt up. Turn around for me. Turn around again. Lift your sweatshirt up again. What is that? Relax. Okay? Anything else I need to be concerned about?
No, it's not hot.
Is it?
And there is a mag inside my hood.
What kind of gun is it?
It's a 9mm. To be honest, it's not loaded. It has a mag in it, but it's not caught back.
Alright, don't move.
I almost got jumped 2 days ago. That's why I had it.
The officers finally spot the gun in the waistband of the kid's pants. Earlier in the conversation, the student tried to indicate to them that he had nothing on him. But it didn't take the cops long to prove that he was just trying to get away with it the whole time.
I'm not going to parade you through the gym, but we're going to go to my office and we're going to do the investigation. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead. I have a purple light going off on the alert.
Hey, Coach, grab this bag for me.
The 16-year-old was charged with possession of a firearm on school property, grand theft of a firearm, and carrying a concealed firearm. This kid knew the moment he was caught, so he surrendered. But what happens when the cops come across a potential shooter who thinks they've done nothing wrong?
There's no law against that. Bring
a gun to school property? Buddy. Oh my god. And he's a genius.
Police arrived at a high school after receiving the call that a bullet was found in the cafeteria. They started their investigation by putting the entire school on lockdown in order to search every single student. And that's when the cops came across Nolan Rosen.
It's about a bullet you found on the gun, right? I want you to worry. Oh, okay.
Somebody find something you know about?
Because I had a bullet in my pocket, but it wasn't like, it's not like I'm planning anything.
Oh,
I
okay.
dropped
Wait,
it on the ground.
Okay.
But I didn't know I'm not allowed to bring a bullet.
Okay. Okay, why don't you come? He's gonna come.
Wait, I'm not like a school shooter.
Rosen starts his conversation with the cops by asking if all of this is about a bullet they found on the ground. And if that wasn't suspicious enough, Nolan says he's not a school shooter.
I'm not like a school shooter.
Which is obviously a strange thing to say.
That is a fucking weird thing to say. I would have never said that.
Especially if it's coming from someone who is supposedly innocent.
I actually brought a bullet to school. Like just a single bullet. But this dude probably has a whole gun.
So it should
I'm
be no
assuming,
surprise that the
since at the
cops
beginning
escorted
you
him
talked
to the
about having a
front
gun.
office immediately for questioning.
Give me your book back, okay? Now I'll you go with me, okay? Mr. Moshberg, I got him. I go upstairs with one of them with him. If I was a school shooter, I wouldn't tell you.
No, I didn't.
I understand. Today's day and age, you know, they gotta carry your safety. That's just well, everybody gotta be careful, no one.
Well, I have a .22 Henry rifle.
Okay.
Rifle.
Gotcha.
And
I'm kind of like sentimental about it. Oh, so I use it. I don't shoot it, but I use it as like a comfort thing, kind of. If that makes sense.
Well, let me ask you this while I got you right here. Just be honest with me. You didn't bring any gun to school, did you?
No.
That's the only you had one round?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't like bring a gun into school.
No, okay, I know.
That's not my intention.
You know I gotta ask though, right?
Was there a bullet found though? This has gotta be the reason we're doing all this. Like I didn't want to cause any problems or any trouble.
Right. No, I understand.
While being escorted, Rosen brings up his weapon and explains
What kind of high school is that? This dude in like the High School Musical school? Why is it so colorful and actually looks kind of cool?
that he only uses it as a comfort thing. The officer presses him on this by asking him if he brought the gun to school, and Nolan, of course, says no. And then he tries to further explain himself by saying there isn't a law against bringing a bullet to school, but he wouldn't get too far into his explanation before the cops would discover that there's more to his story.
Of course. All right, just turn around, face over here real quick. Put your hand on that table for me.
Oh, I got more bullets. I got 2.
Okay, don't put your hands in your pocket. Just keep your hands on the table. Just put them on the table. Just put them on the table for me real quick, okay? So I'm gonna have to search you.
Yeah, I got
Bro, why he's got scissors in his pocket? I've never had scissors in my pocket.
Yeah, that'd be nice. So you had 2 bullets in this one?
These are yours? Right here.
Okay, we'll get there. Okay.
Literally, if I thought I was doing anything wrong, I wouldn't bring.
I got you. You just know in today's day and age you can't be too safe, right? Especially in the school environment, that's all.
And this is your book bag, the black one. The one I'm searching. Right there.
Okay, that's all of them?
Yeah.
All right, so I do gotta continue searching, that's all. So,
Literally,
I'm gonna look this up.
22 rifles, not even assault. Not even assault.
Your favorite, kick your shoes off for me.
He's like, damn, these motherfuckers being thorough.
If you don't mind, if you could take your bandana off from me as well.
After performing a pat-down, the officers end up finding 2 more bullets stuffed in Rosen's pockets. Nolan again states that his weapon is just a comfort thing, and that he only keeps it because he's worried about school shootings.
I know why it would raise the concern, but I'm not like, I'm really scared about that stuff, like school shootings too. I'm like very, it makes me anxious too that anyone can just walk into school and shoot it up. So I'm like,
You worried about that?
Yeah, I worry about that stuff a lot sometimes.
What made you bring those with you?
Just because literally it makes me feel comfortable. It's like the only reason.
That's weird.
Having those with you makes you comfortable?
I mean, well, I had the rifle earlier, and I must have forgot they were in my pocket.
Earlier where?
Did you drive here? Yeah. But I have literally no bad intentions of anything. I just carry a rifle around because it's like comfortable and it's not illegal.
The cops press Nolan further by asking him again if he's brought a gun. And this time he admits that he has one in his car.
Yeah, of course. Well, not like I don't carry it all the time, but I just literally carried it in my car. Like I don't bring it into school.
Is there a gun in your car right now?
Yeah. Let's go out.
So you'll stay.
Yeah. They're in my bag. It's not an assault rifle. It's literally a .22 Henry repeating rifle.
I didn't ask.
For small game.
I just want to know if you have one there.
Not meant to kill people.
The officers search for the keys while Rosen tries to explain that the gun he has in his car is only meant for small games and not meant to kill people. But it doesn't make a difference. Nolan has just admitted to bringing a weapon onto school property. So the cops know they have to find it. Once law enforcement finds Rosen's car keys, they go outside to search his car.
He's 18.
Oh, you got a little. Yeah, he's 18, so.
Oh, he goes to big boy jail. Homie goes to big boy jail.
I mean, I don't.
What the higher ups want to do? They want to take him out of here in cuffs?
Absolutely. Yeah, I'd say last time.
Yeah, I mean, he's 18.
He's 18.
I give him his due process. You can come in with me, Todd. And it's a gun in the school.
You want
This is the single?
This is the one that we found.
Nolan is a legal adult, which means the cops can arrest him with the full extent of the law.
Is this something that's been going on a long time? Are you just hyper aware of the news and what's going on around you?
No, I literally just have a rifle because I got it for my birthday.
Right, but then you said it like gives you comfort. You worry about school shooters and stuff, right?
Well, I don't bring it because they're school shooters. I carry it around with me because it's extra safety caution. I know that if I have it, I don't have to worry about being attacked or anything like that.
Okay. Alright. Know how you feel about this stuff or not?
No, I don't bring the rifle because I'm like assuming I'm gonna have to use it. I just bring it because first of all it looks cool, and second of all it's like the comfort thing. But by the way, the gun's in my car. Before I brought the gun, I'm pretty sure I was allowed to bring it. Like I don't think there was anything saying I'm not allowed to bring it.
Okay, I got you.
But I know it's like
Are you a senior?
in the modern age this is bad.
Are you a senior?
Yeah, no, junior.
Junior, okay. How old are you?
17.
Gotcha.
Or 18, sorry.
You're 18?
Yeah, I mean,
While the cops were outside searching his vehicle, Rosen remained inside and spoke to the officers. He continued to try to explain why he needed a gun, saying it looked cool and also claiming that there wasn't anything telling him he couldn't bring one. Then the principal arrives to escort Rosen to his office to discuss what consequences he's about to face.
You are potentially facing a 10-day suspension, recommendation for expulsion. Potentially what? For guns, weapons, and disruption. So I just need you to sign here stating that I present you with this. Wait. So it's a 10-day suspension, potentially. So we have to talk afterwards, but it's a possible 10-day suspension with a recommendation for expulsion for weapons, specifically guns and disruptive schools.
After finding out that he's potentially facing a 10-day suspension, Nolan begins to get argumentative, telling the principal that he didn't do anything wrong.
Like I said, I'm just presenting you with this right now.
Dude, if the principal gave me a 10-day suspension, I would be like, hell yeah.
So I just like, we'll talk after you're finished writing, but I just need you to sign that I presented you with what you.
but I feel like I didn't do anything wrong.
Okay.
Well, so why would I sign?
So I didn't do
Potentially, bro.
Nothing wrong.
It means
Are you refusing to
potentially.
sign?
No, I'm not refusing to sign.
So either sign or don't sign.
Well, what happens if I refuse to sign?
Then I just have Mrs. Ferguson witness that I presented you with this. It makes no difference. It actually makes no difference if you
Well,
sign
this is saying I acknowledged and I knew there was a policy
It doesn't
against.
say that. No, it doesn't say that. Just take a second to read through it.
But by checking it off, you're basically saying I knew there was a policy against that.
It's saying
I didn't know
that-
there was a policy against not
Right,
parking,
it's
like
saying
meeting
that you're facing a potential suspension and expulsion because of these violations. It doesn't say that you know what they were, it doesn't say any of that. So take a second to look at it to see what it actually says.
Rosen stands his ground and keeps arguing, saying that he thought he could bring the gun into the parking lot, and that he only uses it as a comfort thing, even comparing it to a pacifier.
checked the school's policies before bringing the gun. Like try to look through all the policies to make sure that I was allowed to bring it.
Yeah, but you would have to sign that. That's just acknowledgement. It's not saying that you're guilty or anything like that.
Yeah,
It's
'cause
just
I was
saying
gonna
that you
say, like-
received it.
I thought I was allowed to like bring it in the parking lot.
I mean, regardless, you're gonna have to either sign it or don't sign it. But
You know what I mean? I thought I was allowed to bring a rifle in the parking lot.
Okay.
So that's like where I'm coming from, alright? I'm just saying.
Alright, bro, we don't care. Sign the paper or not.
Alright, fine.
You still writing?
Well, I'm just kind of explaining that I thought I was allowed to bring it. As long as I wasn't bringing it actually in the building. So I didn't check the policy before I brought the gun. That's why I brought it, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's
Just shut the fuck up.
My only justification
Sign
is I didn't check the policy. But I get how it sounds like when you say this kid brought a gun to school. In this modern age, it sounds like my only intentions were to shoot up the school. But my intentions weren't to shoot up the school. My intentions were to use it as a thing for
Okay, can we get to the rest
So I
part?
am suspending you for 10 days with a recommendation for expulsion. So what happens now is suspension will start tomorrow. And only the superintendent can determine whether or not to expel a student. So I'm recommending you for expulsion. Since you are also on a 504 plan, somebody from the special education department will be reaching out to you because we're gonna have to hold what's called a manifestation determination meeting. But at this point, it is a 10-day suspension with a recommendation for expulsion for weapons, specifically a gun, and disruption of misconduct. I have to go fill out the rest of the paperwork.
I didn't disrupt anything.
The whole school was on lockdown, buddy. I'd call that about as big of a disruption as you could have.
Nolan, yet again, tries to argue with the officer that there is no law that prevents him from bringing a weapon into the school parking lot.
Damn.
Maybe the sergeant. You're the main guy.
I'm the detective here, so we talked to our prosecutor. He's the guy that kind of makes the law decisions, all right? It is against the law to bring a gun into what's called a safety zone or a school, right?
That's subjective.
That's subjective? A safety zone is subjective? Okay, don't all schools have safety zones like on the fucking signs? Like literally as you're driving to a school, there's a safety zone way ahead.
What is subjective?
What you consider like a safety zone.
Okay. So now's not gonna be the time to contest it right now, okay? So basically what I'm telling you is we're gonna end up charging you, okay? And you're 18 years old.
There's no law against that. Bringing a gun on the school property, there's no law. Like, there's no statute.
I'm telling you
It's a policy, not a law.
No, there's a state law in Ohio. There's also
there isn't.
another. Okay. So like I said, we just talked to a prosecutor. So here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna come with us. We're going to handcuff you until we get you outside to a cruiser. Because there's a lot of people going on. We want to save you any kind of.
There's no law against bringing a gun. It's a policy. There's no, like, show me the statute. There's no statute.
I told you before, I assure you, there is an actual law. We'll show it to you when we get to the station. I mean, it's not, we're not making it up. We're trying to.
I think you are making it up.
No, we're trying to accommodate you.
I'll do you a favor.
In a good way.
I'll do it for you right now.
But you said safety zone. So how am I supposed to know this is a safety zone?
A safety zone is any school property and/or school bus stop.
Does it say safety zone is and/or school property? I don't think it does.
Yeah, it does. School safety zone is defined as any school property.
Legal conveyance or possession of deadly weapon.
Yeah, get fucked. You're fucked.
So that's what you're getting charged with, as well as something called inducing panic, okay? We can explain all that to you. We're gonna formally serve you some charges, but for right now, you're gonna have to come with us. We're gonna walk you out to a police car. We're gonna handcuff you there. And one of the things I wanna do before we take you out there is read you what's called your Miranda rights, okay? Because probably once we
Before I brought the gun, I looked it up, and there was no law against it.
The law was made yesterday, officer. I assure you.
What if there was an easy way for you to go back to school and get your high school diploma? Would you be interested?
Bitch, I don't care. I'm trying to watch people shoot up schools. Not really.
Like I said,
joking.
this is not the time to.
Joking. That was a joke for people in YouTube and YouTube bots before you try to do some stupid shit and give me another strike. You fuckers.
I'm just confused because it's not against the law to bring a gun on school property.
Look, why are we still watching this? Here, let's see him get arrested.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We're okay. Go ahead.
Rosen is then handcuffed and brought to the squad car. And while being escorted, he makes the argument that he isn't a criminal because he gives people food for free.
I mean, why can't you just say that I'm not like a criminal? We're gonna go over to this car right here. See that car with the number 6234? That's the car we're going to. The sooner you get in that car, the better off we'll all be. Okay? I'm just saying, I'm really nice to you. I understand. It's not. I give people food for free. I don't have to get people.
I give people food for free, officer. I can break the law.
But before being locked away, Rosen has a few last words for the officers.
Everyone with a gun is not a bad person. I'm just saying. Just because I have a gun doesn't mean I'm a criminal.
I understand that.
All right.
We understand it. We all understand it. You've said that multiple times.
I know.
We understand it. Okay? You all right?
Nolan Rosen was booked on charges of possessing a deadly weapon in a school safety zone and could be facing more than a year in prison. Luckily, the officers stopped him before the bullets were actually loaded into his gun.
Yeah, thank God. That could have been a potential school shooter that they stopped. Good job, Hope. Please.
Having a loaded handgun inside. Shortly after, the Seattle Police Department were called. They arrived on the scene only moments later.
I want some juicy deets.
I haven't checked the rest of the backpack, but first pocket I checked, I could feel it.
Okay.
It's right there.
All right. What did he say? I mean, what?
He had left the bag in the room, and so when I said I'm gonna need to go get your bag because it smells like marijuana.
In the classroom.
It was in the classroom. So he.
Dude. Actually, reminds me. One of my friends I grew up with in elementary, like we grew apart, but we kind of like saw. It was like one of those things where if we saw each other in school, we're like, hey, what's up, you know, kind of thing. He ended up. He went from middle school to high school, and he ended up selling. He ended up selling a dude a gun because the guy wanted to kill his bully at the school, and so they both got arrested. It was hilarious.
Was saying he looked real nervous, and I said, "You have something in your bag that you shouldn't have." And I said, marijuana? And he goes, not marijuana. And he goes, well, I just don't know. There might be something in there. Might be something in there. So.
Okay.
And then I know that 911 officer asked me if I'd floated, and I said, I'm not going to mess with you here in school.
Okay.
But I was pretty sure. He didn't have the safety on. Yeah.
There was one. It was loaded.
Loaded, no safety.
He also
Safety on, safety on. Did you do that?
you would like better.
So it was off.
Yeah.
So he doesn't, you guys haven't talked to him at all yet?
He knows we have this, and he's sitting in a room over there.
Okay. So we haven't talked to him since
No.
then?
No.
Okay. All right. Well,
And I have not checked the rest of the bag, so I will do that. Unless this gives you guys probable cause to do the rest of the bag.
Whatever the man.
yeah, we'll take the bag.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, we would like to know if there's also drugs, right? We need to see the extent of
What else is in there?
school-based
Yeah. So
discipline and
I just
whatnot.
wanted
We
to
can
know
search it, but with a weapon in it, we want to make sure we're doing a
Secure
secret.
this in a car before we.
Yeah, let's do that.
So that way we can go talk to him and not have to worry about that.
The school staff point the officers to the student's backpack. Inside, they find a handgun with a round in the chamber and the safety off, which is beyond dangerous. Luckily for everyone involved, the cops were able to secure the weapon before anyone was injured. And after getting more information from school officials, the cops go outside to perform a background check on the firearm and search the backpack further.
Is it stolen? How much you want to bet it's stolen?
Something else in here that.
I can just tell by like the look of the backpack that this is a thief.
Got some heavy body spray going on.
Oh, he's trying to hide that marijuana smell.
The weed. Assuming. Belt. Actually, if there's nothing else in here, we could give this to Grandma.
It was bad enough that the kid had a gun within on school grounds, but it was about to get a lot worse for him because the officers were about to uncover important details
in his
about the
locker.
weapon he was carrying.
Oh, stolen. I knew it. I'm a genius.
Over their radio, the cops learned that the gun they found in the student bag was stolen.
I'm
in
so
the state of New
smart.
Jersey, any gun-related charges carry a weight of a minimum of 5 years in state prison, with 10 years being the maximum.
You're
They now
fucked.
understand they could be dealing with a felon.
We just have to verify it. They verify it. Now it's what? Yeah. So we went through this. There's nothing else in there, so we figure you guys either can keep it or we give it to Grandma to take it home. Then we don't have to deal with it. The gun is stolen.
Okay, that's fine.
So he's going to jail. So we'll go talk to him and find out his side of the story.
And then we're just trying to, I know you have to do what you need to do. We're trying to minimize the visibility of.
Well, we're just gonna walk around.
We're just all in a passing period.
Gotcha.
The officers discovered the weapon was stolen, which basically guaranteed that after this conversation, the student was being carted off to jail. All the officers need now is his side of the story.
What's going on today? Why are we here?
So I got called down for the 4 referrals that I got in the last week. They said I smelled like weed, and then they went to go get my backpack. They asked me did I have weed in my backpack. I said, oops, I might have weed in my backpack, saying basically, yeah, I have weed.
Dang, they weren't even looking. Okay, so they went searching for weed, and she felt the gun and then called the cops.
And then they came down and they searched me. Then there was a gun in my backpack, and I did not know nothing about it. And I was lost and confused about everything. And then they called you guys down here.
Okay. You didn't know there was a gun in your backpack?
No, sir.
Is it your backpack?
Yes, sir.
How would a gun get in there?
I was at my cousin's. I spent the night there. He went out, came back. When I woke up to school, grabbed it, left, came here.
The student claimed he didn't know about the gun, saying that he spent the night at his cousin's house the night
Damn.
before.
You just stop hanging out with your cousin
put the
then.
gun in the bag without his knowledge. So one cop proceeds to press him for more information while the other searches his wallet.
They're saying that you said there might be a gun in my backpack.
No, I said there might be weed in my backpack. I was referring to the weed the whole
But then
time.
you said there might be a gun in my backpack. He fucked up. He knew.
I did not know there was a gun in my backpack.
Okay. Did you get ready for the day today with your backpack?
No, I just grabbed it and left.
What about your lunch that was in there?
My lunch is always been in there since last night.
Really?
It's in my main backpack. Didn't check the other pockets.
You didn't check the other pockets? Okay.
Who is Mohammed Abdi?
No,
And who is Caleb Warts?
that's Caleb's ID. He goes here.
I got that. Why is it in your wallet?
That's my friend Caleb.
But why is it in your wallet?
Because he left it at the gym. And I picked it up. And I'm supposed to give it to him.
Okay, why do you have somebody else's credit card?
I don't know.
Oh, he's a mega thief, bro. Stealing credit cards and guns and IDs. Holy shit.
I had a new wallet. Picked it up from my house. It's always been in there. Never used it.
You realize it's a crime just to possess somebody else's credit card? This isn't a new wallet, man. This wallet's pretty beat up and
Got
old.
it from my cousins. It was at his house. Picked it up. It's a wallet. Didn't check it. Put my stuff in it. Gotta go.
Check your wallet before you put stuff in it?
No,
Come
it
on,
was
man.
a long time ago.
Come on.
Just like we don't check the backpack?
No, I didn't check it this morning.
Okay, go ahead and stand up for me. Face the wall. Okay, you're under arrest, okay?
The cops already knew the kid was guilty of possessing a stolen firearm, and I'm sure they were ready to hear his reasoning for this. But the moment the stolen credit card is found, they have a second felony on their hands, so it's time to escort him to the squad car.
All right, go and have a seat, okay? We'll get you down to the precinct here in a minute.
The student was arrested for unlawful possession of a firearm and stolen property.
Damn, that's it. Homeboy is fucked. You know, that was a good one, but the last one with Entitled Kids was much better. But hopefully you enjoyed that one.